welcome back to MACS Chat. I'm Joe. This is season 8, episode 11, and today I have two guests with me, so I'm going to get them to introduce themselves.
Hey guys, so I'm DJ. I'm from RMIT studying advanced diploma in mechanical engineering.
Oh, hi guys. My name's Riv. I'm from RMIT as well. I study a Bachelor of Engineering, and I'm in my first year right now.
Yes, I'm also in my first year.
Jaffies.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about supernatural things, if we believe in spooky things or not. And we'll also be talking a little bit about some conspiracy theories that we find interesting, that we might want to debunk. So,
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna start with an anecdote because when I was a kid, I would stay over at my grandma's house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine just like a very small, oh, actually, I shouldn't dox like where she lives, but like a very small old house. And at nighttime, you could only hear a clock. And one time I stayed over, it was just me. I don't know why my brother wasn't there, but it was just me and my grandma.
Right.
And I think it was around maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. I totally heard noises. So I was freaked the fuck out. So I got out of bed. I feel like I would not survive a horror film. But I got out of bed and I sort of started wandering around the house. And no joke, I swear, so this is the room here that I was in. And then there was another storage room here. The bathroom was down the end. My grandma's room was here and the laundry was here and the kitchen living room is out here. I stood right here at the end where sort of the living room and kitchen is, right in the doorway, and where the bathroom was, I swear, for 5 seconds, I saw a figure. I think I was I don't know, 11.
Oh my gosh.
And I was to this day, I still don't know if I was just hallucinating or it was actually there.
Okay.
So I will spread the topic out to both of you.
When you say that, that reminds me. So when I was little, me and my brother, so we had a 2-year age gap, and I was about 10, he was about 8, and we used to sleep in the same room. So we used to do was I don't know if you guys remember the 3 a.m. challenges.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Back in the day. Anyway, so it was we stayed up till 3 just to see what would happen, and we it's a long time ago, so I can barely remember it, but it was we'd get up in the night and we'd go look in the mirror and do all kinds of stuff. And one night we got out of bed and we start hearing noises outside our room, and I have never been more genuinely terrified. Actually, there's been one time, I'll get to that later, but it was just we were messing around. We never thought it was something that was a joke, could be real. I don't know what we heard, but it was we heard just something in the walls. It was it must have been in our
That's
heads,
crazy.
or
Can you describe what it sounded like, or not really?
I don't know. It was just tapping, and he would say something and he'd be like, "Okay, can you hear that?" Then I'd hear it. It might have been just us kind of a pseudo effect of he says something and then I'm like, "Oh,
You imagined
I
it into
heard that."
existence. Yeah.
But branching on from that, the worst I've ever had something happen to me was when I had sleep paralysis. It was
Whoa. Okay. Unpack.
it was this was about a few years ago, and I remember I just woke up in the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sweating and it was it was a cold sweat, and I was just lying up looking at the ceiling, and I couldn't move. It was I don't know how to explain it. It was am I dreaming? Am I awake right now?
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And it was very sudden. I couldn't really see anything, but it was I see a black figure. It's just nothing there, and it's I was genuinely terrified. And I couldn't go under my blanket. I was just frozen there, and I was terrified. And the only way I managed to feel better was just I was okay, I need to think of something else, and that helped me calm down. And I just
Yeah.
went back to sleep, and I don't know. It
Oh, and
was
you woke up the next morning, you could move and stuff, and it was
yeah,
fine.
I was. It
Oh,
was
that's
fine.
that's creepy.
It was weird.
And,
What about you, DJ? Anything crazy?
I'm gonna continue on that because that's so true. I had this similar experience too, with sleep paralysis, but mine was kind of a bit really weird, right? It's not really scary, but it's more weird because I was young too, maybe around 11, 12. Yeah, and I was like sleeping in my own room. Like I used to sleep with my grandma in a shared room, but then like as I got older, obviously I moved out. And
Mhm.
this one night, this one night, I was sleeping in my own room. I had sleep paralysis, right? I look into the corner of my corner of the room, corner of my eyes. I see, I know you guys know, but I see Kobe, like in yellow and
As in
purple.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, yes,
Okay.
in yellow and purple like clothing, like on his Lakers jerseys. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I wasn't scared, but like I was like, oh shit, like that's Kobe. Oh my god,
That is
I couldn't
okay.
move, but like I was so surprised. Like maybe this is like something. Maybe this is telling me something. I don't know. I was so shocked.
That is pretty crazy.
But like yeah, sleep
Kobe of all
paralysis.
people is actually crazy.
Sleep paralysis is actually. I feel like that's so real. Like
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
I feel like I've never experienced it, so like
really.
I don't really like. I mean, I feel like I understand to a certain level
Mhm.
when you explain it, but it's like your eyes are open, like you
Mhm.
can't move, and
It's
like
really
you're seeing
such a
shit.
weird
Like what's going on here?
It's such a weird feeling. Like
Yeah.
it just
Mm.
you can't move, you can't do anything, and then you just see something there. It's really something like you
That is
experience
pretty
once and you
creepy.
can never like yeah. It's so creepy.
Mm.
Interesting. I remember I watched this horror film like mid last year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, oh, it's kind of bad, but like I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it in the edits.
Mm.
I'll put it in the caption. But I remember my friend and we watched it. It was like very like it wasn't like a scary like jump scare horror film. It was one of those like ones where like there's like weird like sorcery
Oh,
like
the suspension
magic
ones,
kind of
yeah.
ones. Yeah, and they had like this like plaster hand.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it?
I instantly, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
You're talking
Have you
about.
seen it? And it's
The
like
hand,
it's a bunch of
yeah.
like teenagers.
Yeah, I know, I was-
Yes,
Oh
yes,
wait, oh yeah, yeah. What is it? Talk to me.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
That's what I think of when
Uh-huh.
people are like
Mm,
obviously
mm.
not sleep paralysis exactly, but when people are just like frozen, like they just can't move and they're
Mm.
seeing stuff. That's what I imagine. That's how I visualize it because of that movie.
Yeah, no, it is sort of. I don't know. It was different for me. I can't remember it. You know, it was a while ago, but it was
Mm.
just in the moment. I didn't really know what to do. It was just like, oh,
Yeah,
there's
that's so
just
freaky.
something
I
there.
can't imagine that.
It wasn't even like a figure. It was just like I could feel something there. Like it's
Mm.
like my
Yeah.
brain telling me there's something there. You need to like. you
Yeah,
need to
it's the presence that you feel. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
like,
presence.
it's so it feels so eerie. Like just gives you chills.
Mm.
Honestly.
Mm. Okay, so then like branching off that, do you guys think like ghosts and like spirits are like real? Or like no?
Well, I've got like two ways I look at it. One, I don't want it to be real because it's like
Obviously.
it's scary.
I have
and
nothing to do with that.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with ghosts. I don't want no bad, whatever.
Mhm.
But the other way, like it's kind of cool. Like just the thought, like there's something out there which is like the paranormal,
Mhm.
all that
Mm.
kind of stuff is pretty cool. But like I don't know. I think unless I see proof myself, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna believe
Mm.
in it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
valid.
I understand. For me, like I've always been told, like my grandma specifically, ghosts are real. She's always telling me like, oh, like these lessons about ghosts, about like stories that she's experienced herself like firsthand, and like
Mm.
obviously it's made me believe that oh yeah, it's real to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I was like, oh yeah, I got to do this, I got to do that, so I don't get like caught by ghosts, I don't get in trouble.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess I'm a part believer in
Okay,
the
that's fair.
supernatural.
I feel like again, I feel like I'm the same as Riv. Like if I see it, like I'll
Mm.
believe it. But then also at the same time, if someone tells me something that happened to them and it's like there's no other explanation and it probably is some like weird paranormal, like I'll believe them.
Mm.
Like I feel like I wouldn't just be like, you tripping, you know? Like I feel like I would believe them to a certain extent. But I don't
Mhm.
know. I think maybe the point of ghosts and spirits is like the fact that we can't see them. It's like maybe it's meant to be like that. You
Mhm.
feel like maybe the people that like experience like the presence or whatever is like a mistake. It's like an accident. Like they're not
Yeah.
supposed to, interact.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever been to like a haunted place? Like how they advertise it as like, oh, this
Yeah.
place is haunted,
Mm.
or like there's like a ghost. Like you guys have seen like YouTube videos.
Yeah, I've seen
about,
like
like
videos,
ghost
but
hunting.
I've
Mm.
never been.
Yeah, yeah.
I have been to one back in New South Wales. This place, and it was like famous for its like it had a chocolate factory, but alongside that it had like
Oh,
it
okay.
had, like, it was like an it was like a old mansion from like back when the settlers were around. And I can't remember the place. I think it was Griffith, maybe. I feel like you guys wouldn't know where that is, but it was like they had like they do tours and stuff, and we
Mm-hmm.
went. I think I went on it twice, and it was like the old like the 18th century kind of vibe with like oh, this room was where like someone murdered someone here, and like this, if you look up that stair up those stairs, it's like blood, and it was in
Hmm.
daylight, so like it wasn't
Oh.
scary, but like
Oh, that was really
Yeah.
anticlimactic.
but like it's just like I don't know, it was kind of cool, but at the same
Mm.
time like there was nothing there. Oh, another thing, have you guys been to the Gale near RMIT, the old Gale?
The old Melbourne.
Oh.
Old
Jail.
Melbourne Gale, yeah.
The jail?
The
Oh, the
jail.
jail. No, it's called Gale. Like that's what they actually call it.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what they call it back
They
in the
do?
day. Like, it's not,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's not
Oh,
how
yeah,
I
to be
say jail.
specific.
My
No,
bad,
I
my bad.
can't say that I have though.
But yeah, okay. So with that as well, that's actually another thing. We went there for high school.
Mhm.
And they took us to like it was where Ned Kelly was hung.
Oh.
And
oh yeah.
do you remember
I've
that?
been there too. Yes.
Yeah, and they had like that one room
Yeah. That's
where
right.
like they say like your phone stops working and like
Oh wait, I feel like I have heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a certain spot in the room where it
Mm.
like glitches out,
yeah,
right?
and, like
Yeah.
apparently that's where like someone died and like
Oh, I did not. Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, like, it's hard to believe it because like you're obviously gonna have like some people who are gonna like pretend and like try to like play
Mm.
along with the
Mm.
hoax, and
Mhm.
it's just like is it real? Is it not? And it's
Yeah, I
hard,
feel
hard
like
to believe.
especially like on social media and like whatever. Like when people like post like ghost videos, it's like, bro, like how do I know like you didn't just like I don't know. I feel like no, like I feel like a lot of the ghost like videos before like AI and stuff, like I'm
Mm.
sure someone had like an
Like,
invisible
actual-
string somewhere and just like pulled.
100%.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like just like supernatural and stuff has been so cliche now. Like I feel like everyone's just like they don't look at it enough now because like it's just like oh yeah we have AI, we have all this, like oh yeah we don't really care about ghosts, it could just all be AI.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely feel like as kids, it felt like
Mm.
I don't know. It felt like everyone was talking about it like a
exactly.
lot more. Now
Yeah.
everyone's just like, like
Yeah.
whatever. It's kind
Unless
of wishy washy.
unless it's just like we grow up, we soon realize that oh yeah it's just
Mm,
it's
that's
not really
true.
a thing anymore. But I don't know. As a kid, I've always
Oh.
believed it though.
I just remembered something. So when this is just a little personal story. It isn't supernatural, but like so I was with it kind of is, but like not really. It was like a
Mm.
prank that we thought was like genuinely like we were about to call the police. Like
Oh.
we were
Oh.
scared. So it was like me and a bunch of friends, and we were like hanging out. This is back like back in the country. And it was like on a farm, and like we were all like it was like late. We were obviously drinking, and basically so everyone had like a couple of drinks. It was just like everyone was like we're talking about ghost stories all of a sudden, and um one of us starts like mentioning something, and like we'd get scared, or like it's just like stuff would happen, and then one friend, he decided to he took it like he was like, you know what, I'm gonna play a prank on them, and we like had no idea he was fully committed to the bit.
Mhm.
So what happened was there was like a swing set and like a little playground like in the corner. So you like how you had it was like you had the fire here, right, and you had everyone sitting here. It's like a hill going down, and then you have like there's a tree line here, then it goes into the like the what was it, the oranges, like it's like just oranges like straight like
Mhm.
ages.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is like it's like the swing set's right here, and he goes and sits down on it, and he pretends to be like possessed, and
Oh.
obviously, to us, we were like, okay, just stop playing around. Like it's obvious you're just like taking the piss, and we just like left it at that for a bit, and then what happened was like a lot of things just aligned perfectly. So an orange fell from a tree,
Oh no.
and
Oh, wow.
we all like they genuinely jumped. We thought it was like someone out there, and then after that he was like, you know what, this is my moment to play the part. So he then just stops talking, and we're like, yo, bro, you okay? We need to see you're all right.
Mm.
And he just says nothing. He's just trying to be like, he's trying to like play the part and everything. So we all turn back and we're like, you know what, stay there, you're fine. And I turn back. I was the last one to talk to him. I turn back. We all sit down. Out of nowhere, he just sprints into the darkness,
Oh my
right?
god. What?
And we all are terrified. And at that moment, a dog barks in the distance.
That's crazy.
So like, it's just everything lines up, and
Yeah.
so we were like, we were starting to like, we were laughing at it for a bit, and then he doesn't appear for like 5 minutes or so. We start to like worry a bit, and we started calling him, and he wouldn't pick up his phone.
Mm.
And we were all like terrified, like we were starting to like get worried. We're like, holy shit, something happened to him. And then we were like, you know what? Let's go and see. Let's wait a few more minutes and see if nothing happened. If he just disappeared off and whatnot. We ran in like, so eventually we like walked in. We did like, because we were all like afraid. It was dark, and so we started going towards the tree line a bit, seeing if we could see him. Nothing at all. And I think what happened was he okay, now I remember. So he basically was at like, so you had like, this is where it started and this is where he was. He was watching us, and I ran in and I saw like, I saw him and I was like, oh, I see him, guys. And I can't remember. It was like everyone running towards one another, trying to like, just be funny. And eventually we find him again, and he goes, oh, did you, Riv, were you running towards me? And I was like, me? And I was like, no, I wasn't. I was just standing there waiting for you. And he's like, I saw someone who looked exactly like you. It was dark, and he just ran straight towards me. That's why I ducked and came
Yo.
back. And then I didn't realize he was lying, but he was fully committed to the part.
Yeah.
And so we were all like, we get back and we are a bit nervous, and we're like, yeah, okay, we should probably start doing this. And then if a bit more time goes by, and we all decide to go inside to grab something to eat, and he stays out there, and I'm like, yo, you sure you don't want anything? And he's like, no, I'm all good. And then we grab food, and we come back outside, and he's gone. So
That's crazy.
we're like,
That's actually
He's
crazy.
so committed.
I'm gonna wrap this up because I've been taking a long time. Basically, what happened was he ran back into the forest. We all got scared. We grabbed like bats, knives, and stuff, and we thought he got kidnapped because he wouldn't pick up his phone. And
Yeah.
in the end, it nearly ended badly because he was hiding around a bush, and my friend had a knife and he was walking around with it. And
Damn.
but at least we all survived, and no one got it.
That is pretty crazy. I Loki respect his hustle to the
Dedication,
bit. That
yeah.
is pretty impressive.
I feel like that's what proves like that the supernatural is like all fake, because like how committed people are to like the roles.
Yeah.
Like people just would like
Mm.
just do whatever like to make it like clickbait, to make it seem like, oh yeah, we want to get views, we want to get likes, we want to get shares. We just gotta click to the part, stick to the part, just
True that.
just make it seem real as possible.
Good point. Well,
Yeah.
you don't have any stories like that, DJ?
Well, I have like some stories like that, but like I would say like most of the stories are always from my grandma. Like she would be the one to tell me all the ghost stories, everything like that. She's always the one that's like the most paranoid about everything, and I respect it, because like she grew up like in Thailand. She grew up like in like a small town in Thailand. Actually, she had to work like her way up into like she had to like cook for herself, do everything for herself, and I guess like in a way she's like telling us, me and my sister, to I guess not live the life like she did, or like just like try and get out the life like the way she did. So by telling us stories to avoid that,
I see. So
Mm.
as a way of teaching.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I see.
a way of teaching and scaring us at the same time. But yeah,
The duality between
Of
you and
course.
Riv is actually like crazy. Your friend's just like taking the piss, and your grandma's like actually like love, dude. That's pretty crazy.
oh yeah,
Okay, we will change topics now because I feel like this is something we can have a bit more of a debate on. But
of course.
conspiracy theories and what we think. Oh, see, Riv's
Oh.
excited. Like, Riv's ready. We're going to talk about some of the controversial things that have happened in the media.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
not super recently, but just overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We can start with, I feel like we'll start with an obvious one. Because I feel like there's a lot of people who don't believe that, like, the moon landing was, like, real. What do you guys think?
I 100% believe the moon landing was real.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah. 100%.
Why so?
Okay, elaborate.
Okay. I haven't done my research on it like to that extent, but like I don't find there to be a reason for us to fake the moon landing being real. There's like, I mean, there's photos and everything, but it's just like when people say like they could have faked it. It would have been like at that time, it would have been harder to fool that many people. keep all these engineers in
Mm.
wrap, keep all these like people working on it, every single person, and then not to be a single leak of anyone saying, oh,
Mm.
the moon landing's fake. Like you hear all these like whistleblowers about all like the FBI and like Boeing and like all these companies and whatnot, but you don't hear anything about like, oh, I've got evidence that the moon landing was fake. Like
Mm.
it's just
Okay.
people believing it, just because they want to, which is, I mean, fair, but like I just find I find there's no reasonable evidence to show that it's faked. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
agree. I feel like it would have been too much effort to pretend that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, like if it happened, then it happened.
And
Like
then,
good for us, I
of course,
guess.
yeah.
That's
Mm.
true. But wasn't there also like some things on the line also in the moon landing where like whichever country or whichever continent goes
Oh, the
there
Cold
first-
The
War.
Cold War.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something about that. Like, oh yeah, whoever gets there first is like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Russia and the
Mm.
US, I
Russia,
think.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there is that, but like, Russia was the first to put a spacecraft in space. They were the first to send animals to
Mhm.
space. I think animals.
Yeah, a dog.
And
I
a
think.
dog, yeah,
Yes.
and the first to send humans to space as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess in the end we saw who like won the Cold War in a sense, because like America obviously got the
Yeah.
like the
Mhm.
nail in the coffin with the like trying to think.
It's
of
okay. We know what you're trying to say.
yeah, with the moon landing and everything. But
Mm.
I don't know. I guess yeah, but like I don't know. It just seems kind of
I
kinda-
almost feel like because it's such a like an ingrained part of like human history as well.
Mhm.
It feels almost like, I guess, no, maybe not wrong, but it feels a bit like unfair if people like place so much trust
Mm-hmm.
in something like as revolutionary as that to have happened, only for it to like not exist. I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of like depressing, you know?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Going on from that, so I think we can. Do we all agree that the moon landing was
Yeah,
real?
I feel
Well,
like
To an extent, yeah.
To an
Yes.
extent,
like,
yeah. Fair,
yes, I
fair.
think so.
I want to talk about something real quick.
Mhm.
Earth being flat.
Oh.
Go
Okay,
on.
I fully believe it's round, but
Okay.
recently,
Okay, thanks for
thanks
prefacing
for that.
that.
my mum. Okay, this is not relevant to us, but my mum, she has been adamant to me that the Earth is flat and
Mhm.
that the moon landing is fake,
Wow.
and
Mhm.
that the recent Apollo 2 mission
Yeah.
was faked.
Mm.
And it's because she's been watching. I don't know what she's been doing. She like watches a lot of TikToks. And she like watches all kinds of videos and whatnot. And she is like, okay, I was trying to debate with her why on earth would the Earth be flat? And she's like,
Mhm.
you know what I believe in is that's weird. She's like, she believes this Earth could either be round or it could be flat, but she has no evidence to say it's round like what everyone
Mm.
says. And I'm like, well, there's scientists who like say it's round, but she's like, how can you trust those scientists? And it's just like, it drives me crazy when she tries to argue with me like the Earth is, there's not enough proof. And I'm like, mom, like
I think your mum should go onto a little like rocket ship.
I'll just build her one, like, and
yeah,
take
as
her
an
there.
engineer,
Yeah.
you should build one for her and she can have a look for herself.
Exactly.
That's also like one thing. Like social media is like such an influence on like what's real, what's fake. You know.
Mm.
So like you never really know, and unless like social media like tells you otherwise, then you'll never really believe what's the truth.
Mm.
Mm.
I do think in terms of like like the flat earthers or whatever they are called,
Mhm.
I do think
Flat
that
earthers.
obviously that was very thanks.
Yeah.
I think that was like sort of a thing before like we had such a change in technology and like the rise of like social media and how people like I know, obviously like AI and like whatever. I feel like it was already such a big thing on its own.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like back then people were just like straight up convinced. Like I feel like
Oh, yeah.
they were like, no, like it's not that there's like not enough proof, blah blah whatever. They just believed it. Like I feel like
Mm.
at some point like people are like Loki just stubborn. Like they
Mm.
just want to believe it for the sake of believing
course,
it. You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like
Just to be
definitely, definitely in this generation though, it's like it's harder to convince because like now there's like so many things you can believe on.
For sure.
Mm. But I feel like back then it's just like once you say this, definitely it's gonna be true.
Yeah.
Mm. So
I know. I always find like the argument of when people are like, oh, so like what happens like when you're on a boat and like what do you like fall off the edge?
right.
You know? I feel like that was such a big it was such a big point for people to be like, no, like the earth is round. Like obviously they just keep going. Like it's not like they fall off. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just reminded me. My mum tries to argue with me that the reason Earth is flat is because people don't fall off the earth. And I like she said this to me the other day when I was back home, and this was like about a month ago. And
Mm-hmm.
like she has taught me all this in life, and when she starts telling me that gravity doesn't exist, and then I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, you know, I want you to do your thing. It's just
Gravity is a kind of a stretch. I have
Uh-huh.
to admit.
Yeah.
well, you guys don't believe in gravity.
No,
No, we believe in it, but like,
your mom doesn't
Okay,
believe
yeah, I was
in it.
gonna say,
That would be pretty crazy.
yeah, no, she's like, oh, there's some force out there holding everyone. I'm like, oh, okay,
Okay.
you know what? Sure, mom.
That's wait. So like, if you know, Newton, if you dropped like an apple in front of your mom, what's like her reasoning for the apple falling?
She's trying to say that it's because everyone's on a flat plane, everything's gonna fall down.
well, what contributes to that?
She's just, I don't know. She just thinks it's because it falls down. It's like,
Oh wow.
That's so
like she's like,
funny.
if there's people up here and there's people down here, how come they don't fall off? And I'm
Mhm.
like, because there's gravity, and like, I don't know. It's, I guess she might be thinking too deep into it, like, oh, the earth's spinning, and like, she was always trying to like, ask, like, she's trying to like say like how the moon spins like different. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, it's because of like the different like the way gravity works and how like they orbit one another, and
Mm.
like, you know, but there was real no point. Like, there was no point arguing with it because as soon as I couldn't explain something, I had to go look it up. She's like, "Ah, see, you don't know, which means you're wrong." And I was like, "Okay, you know what? There's no." Like,
I feel like you are in a losing battle no
Yeah.
matter what.
yeah.
That
Oh
is pretty
well.
crazy.
I guess there's nothing I can do about it.
Except for, build her a rocket ship
Yep,
and she
take it to
can
the moon.
decide for herself.
Mm.
That is pretty crazy. What other conspiracy theories do you guys think? Or you like
Hmm.
think about? I feel like I'm not really in like the conspiracy theory space.
Really?
Not really.
Well,
See, I know stuff, but I'm like not like I'm not like well, I don't know,
Like well versed enough to talk
Yeah.
about it.
yeah.
But then I feel like you could just bring it up anyway and we'll just
There
yap
is
about it.
one thing I was it was like the MK Ultra.
mhm.
Oh, MKH. I can't remember. See, you can't even remember the name properly, but it was like the mind control stuff that the US did
Mhm.
back, like what, during World War One or World War
Yep.
Two, I think.
I
it
think
was.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
But like that is like, I guess it's kind of like it is true, you know.
Mhm.
Or I think it is. I don't know. I don't know if there's evidence with like
Okay.
it being true.
What makes you think it's true?
I don't know. I guess the US is pretty shady, you know. I don't know. Can I say
It's
that?
okay, you're allowed to say
Throw
that.
shade at the US. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess they had like back in the day they had reason to try anything to get above their opponent. Like all kinds of like all countries did all kinds of stuff to like, you know, experiment and
Mhm.
I guess like top one another and trying to like be on top. I guess I get that. I'm not really too well versed on like MK, but you should like tell us more about it.
Go ahead, Riv. All yours.
Okay. Well, I know like they took prisoners and they it's like the cartoon and stuff. Like they tried playing like
Like
audio.
the spiral and the
The
music
spiral
and
was
stuff.
more like propaganda and like
Propaganda.
drugs. Oh, it was drugging them. That's one that they did a lot of
Right.
drugs,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to try to change their brain chemistry, which is kind of
Pretty messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there was I can't remember if it was MK Ultra to be specific, but they would like what would happen is they would get like prostitutes and they would get them to like lure in men, and while they were there, like the FBI, CIA, whatever they are, they would come and like sedate them and they'd take them and they would like drug them and do all kinds of stuff and just like release them back and see.
Damn. That's like mental.
It is, yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Like the US did a lot of intriguing stuff.
I feel like-
At least can say.
Every country
Yeah.
has
Mhm.
done something
Oh yeah.
that they just like don't want to talk about.
Mm.
And then I feel like maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years down the track, someone's going to find out. Everyone's going to freak out. But then by then, it'll be like too late.
There's nothing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like the world is already kind of going to shits too. So it's like anything can happen, you know?
I feel like
Mm.
that's like how all history books are like, I guess, made. Because like, people find out so much later, how fucked up it is, and then they don't realize what they did like in this time, but then they realize in the future. And then, well, it's just you can't really do anything about it at that time, and you're just left wondering like, why did they do this? Yeah.
That like kind of went from conspiracy theory to like
Oh,
Political.
life.
wow.
well, do you have any other conspiracies you believe in?
Well, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm not really like.
Mm.
Well, the only ones that I like always like see on my timeline is
Mhm.
like just like the really generic ones. Like, A, was the moon landing real?
Mm-hmm.
B, was Princess Diana's death like hashtag real, or
Ooh.
was it like stage? That kind of
Mhm.
thing.
What do you believe?
I don't know. I think see that going back to what I said before, being like I feel like every country has like like their
Mhm.
secrets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do I
Yeah.
think Diana dying in that car crash is one of them? I don't know. I feel like it's very suspicious. I think I totally see why people would be sort of alluded to the fact that her own family killed her.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like how do you confirm something like that? Because they could have it could have really just been like a crazy like freak accident, and it just so
Exactly,
happens
yeah.
she was like the only one in that car.
Mm.
Oh, and the driver, I think.
Oh yeah.
But stuff like that is kind of crazy. I don't know. If sometimes I feel like those things are just too big for my brain, and I just like can't handle it. Like I just can't comprehend it.
Yeah, 100%. How about like well, speaking about like corrupted governments, how about like cancer being like, is there being a cure to cancer, but they just don't tell us?
You know what? I feel like humans are so clever,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like there's so much like innovation happening around us all the time.
Uh-huh.
If they can build like rockets that go into space, and they can build like electric vehicles that can
Mhm.
drive itself, they probably are like close to, or if not, have found.
Exactly.
But I feel like it just like there's no way to, I guess, prove it
Mhm.
without like testing on an actual person. And how do you do that without
Yeah.
there being like
Yeah.
a million like side effects?
Oh yeah, like
Because then at that point, is it really a cure?
Mm.
Like you can't really know that until like it's completely confirmed. But how do you confirm something so
Exactly.
like big?
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like yeah, realistically, we started from like sticks and stones. We made all electric cars, but we can't find a cure for cancer. But that's what I think.
I feel like
kinda
if there
crazy.
is a cure, it would be like like companies like pharmaceutical companies. They're like the ones that like they would find some way to like just absolutely butcher it. Because like how like
Mhm.
right now with like a lot of medicine, it's just extremely expensive. Like luckily for us, it's not too bad. But like I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure in the US, it's like everything's like insanely expensive just because of the way pharmaceutical companies like just monopolize.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is a cure for cancer, I feel like they would have released it, or it's the fact that because I'm trying to think what would be the benefit of letting cancer, because ultimately what companies look at is like corrupt companies is like gaining more wealth.
Mhm.
So they would, I feel like, I don't know, is there a reason for cancer to be kept around? Like,
I don't
I feel
think
like
so.
I feel like then again, it's like it sort of like goes deeper too. Like there is that like they want to like monopolize money, and there's also like other more like fucked up shit, like maybe like like human population trying to reduce it, keep it like down, stuff like that. But
True,
yeah,
true.
oh, that's
I
something
don't-
else I've heard. It's like how
Mm.
we don't actually know how many humans are on Earth, and
Exactly.
it's kind of like it's just like
and yeah, exactly.
it
And
could
that
be a
gets
lot lower. It could be like a billion over what we think. Like there's just
Yeah,
no way
that's
to
so
know.
true.
Mhm.
So I guess
And
there
that
is that
just-
what you
yeah.
said.
It just gets more controversial the more you think about it.
I
Mm.
think like people or like just like people like society in general like that's too much to like handle right
Oh
now.
yeah, of
Do you know what I
course,
mean? Like
of course.
I think it's too big of like one thing, but then it like dabbles in another thing, and that
exactly.
dabbles into another thing, and I think it's
Exactly.
just like a whole like giant rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Mm.
honestly. And then now there's a whole new virus like spreading around.
Guys, who like let those people off that cruise? Like genuinely.
We should
Oh
not.
my god.
I mean,
It's
like-
in Australia as well now. So
Yeah,
like,
apparently like one of the first people to have like fled, like the first 23 people, one of them was from Australia.
Oh wow.
Apparently, someone like, okay, well, I don't know if this is true or not, because again, TikTok's not really a
Mhm.
reliable source of information.
Exactly.
But apparently, someone swam off the boat. Like they counted the numbers, and they were missing one person.
I heard about that. Some guy was like they were like doing a manhunt for him because
Yeah.
they couldn't find him.
Like, where did he go? He just swam out into the ocean. And was like, yeah, like living my
Oh,
best life. I
that
don't
is.
know.
It's kind of like that. You guys have heard the trolley problem,
Yeah.
where like, do you sacrifice one life to save
Five.
five?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it genuinely is that.
It
And I
is,
think,
yeah.
I think a lot of people had obviously very different views, but
Mhm.
I think majority of people that I was seeing, they was like, keep them on the boat. Like,
I mean,
don't like risk another like global
Exactly.
pandemic, you know? Like, and I think the reason why is because it's not like super. From what I know, there is like some not exactly vaccine that like cures it
Mhm.
instantly, but there are some like medicines and stuff that can help like minimize some of like the medical damages, I suppose. But then people were just like, bro, like they just isolate for like 6 to 8 weeks on that boat, like and apparently it was like it wasn't just like a family cruise. Apparently it was like one of those like really like bougie, like
Oh, wow.
rich, like
Oh,
apparently it was
okay.
like $16,000 like ticket type
Mm.
cruise.
wow.
So people were saying that like if they could have survived for as long as they were out on that
Mhm.
water anyway, then they could have stayed for another 6 to 8 weeks quarantining.
Yeah, like I don't know what they think's gonna happen by just like getting off the boat. They're putting more people in danger,
Yeah.
and I guess if they didn't have it, they don't want to like they don't want to like get it themselves.
Yeah, of course. They
But
don't want
like,
to contract it while they're on the boat. Yeah.
but
But yeah, again, hard to like damage control, you know? Like
Yeah.
how well can you contain I don't know how many people were on the boat, but you know, a certain number of people versus the entire population. You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
it almost
exactly.
becomes like a moral thing of like
Yeah.
again, trolley problem. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, well, do we just like cuz I don't know if like I think some people died of
Mm.
that
yeah,
virus.
exactly.
some people
So
did
it's
die.
like it wasn't shits and gigs like everyone's just
Mhm.
getting a cold and like whatever, we'll go home
Yeah.
afterwards. Like it is still pretty bad.
Mhm.
But then also at the same time, also this is like again not very like conspiracy theory of us. We're like kind of like straying, but it's okay. But I kept seeing like all these comments that were like, oh, like hashtag second pandemic, kind of nervous, like
Mhm.
or like
Yeah.
guys, like this time I'll be a real influencer when the lockdown
I've seen
happens.
those.
Yeah, I feel like
Mhm.
that's so crazy. Like I think obviously it's like cope in
Mhm.
one sense, but
Mhm.
also it's like also kind of crazy how people can like take things out of context
Yeah.
and just be
Yeah.
like
Of course.
make like funny jokes, but it's like also there were like people dying on that boat,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah. And all it takes is for like I don't know how big of a risk this can have, but like people like everyone's talking about, oh, another pandemic's coming around, and like,
Mhm.
oh, get ready to quarantine. And it's just like, is it really gonna be like that, or like?
Yeah. I feel like I mean, obviously in Victoria was very like we were like Melbourne, bro. Like we were literally locked down for like almost the entire year.
Mhm.
I feel like not that I think they would do it. Oh, actually, I don't want to say that. And then like it happens, and that's just like
Yeah,
that's
don't
horrible.
don't jinx it.
There's no wood in here, but like touch wood. But I do hope that like globally people have sort of learned from the first time
Mhm.
Yeah.
because obviously like Spanish influenza, bubonic plague, that kind of stuff. It's like, well, they didn't have the resources or the equipment to like prepare themselves for those kind of things. Whereas like after COVID, like we sort of like kind of used to it in a way. So
Yeah.
I hope that like I don't know, I hope like, that they just learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, like of course we feel bad for them. Like they're
Mm,
human too,
mm.
but like it's us or them, you know. And I heard like 40% fatality. Like that's really enough for me to like like come on guys,
Mm.
it's you gotta like gotta.
Yeah, and I think it's like again, yeah, they are people who are on
Mm.
that boat, but I think they were like sending like medical professionals to
Mhm.
go and like help
Yeah.
them, like just like they just wanted to quarantine for a little bit first so
Mhm.
that it was slightly less contagious.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, it's really like it's a 50-50. Like it's a sensitive topic for like obviously the people in and the families that's affected by it.
Of course.
But in the end, you gotta do what's right for like everyone else too, you know.
Mm.
So it's all about morality and all that stuff too. But
Um,
yeah.
Branching on from like all this about the virus and stuff, we'll
Mm.
kind of head back in the direction of conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys believe? Well, what are your guys' beliefs in cryptids? Like, because the first thing that comes to my mind is Bigfoot, and I just thought about when you guys are talking
Ah.
about the water.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of the Loch Ness monster?
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Do you guys believe that's real?
Well,
I don't know. I guess there's like like Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, like those things have been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
And there's like so many like different recounts of like what
Mm.
people have seen. And I think I won't say every single time because I think every experience is different, but sometimes I do think once you have like an idea in your head
Mm-hmm.
and then something halfway proves it like that idea true, people just are like, yeah, that's what happened. It was definitely the Loch Ness monster because they just
Mm-mm.
don't have any other explanation for it, and it's just
Mhm.
easier to just be like, well, that's just what I think happened,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm.
Like with the Loch Ness monster, with what you're saying, I remember I watched this. I don't know if you guys watched River Monsters with Jeremy
Mm.
Wade.
No.
Oh
Okay.
you, bro. Oh you.
I used to watch this every night when I was little.
Mhm.
But it was like he used to go around catching fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did one in the Loch Ness, like, or the lake, whatever it is. I can't remember the name of the lake, but like he went and did research and like I'm reading a book about it as well, like how for like when it was first like brought up in the community and like someone had the thought, oh, I could make profit off this, and that's where it started spreading.
Mm.
So he went around and he put like floating like it was like a boat, but it had like the actual like the monster on the side, and it was like took a photo of that, spread it around, and it became like a big thing. So it's just like with this with what we were saying about paranormal stuff, it's like if there's a reason for it to like spread, it will like just people will lie
Yeah,
to
for
get what
sure.
they want.
of
So
course.
I guess like that's the same thing with kind of with Bigfoot. Like it's like a like the Bigfoot is like it's kind of like
It's like hoax to make it believe, oh yeah, most of the time it's like hoax to like gain attraction for that country too, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like at times like social media influence that to like give more attraction to this place for people to come visit, for people to be scared, and then when they come see that, oh, they believe there's something there, they find like, oh yeah, well look, maybe there's something interesting about this country, you know.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, we'll like never know, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of cool knowing.
It is kind of cool. I
but-
think also it kind of just like I think people's lives are very mundane most of the time.
of course.
I think a lot of the people that you obviously it's different again with social media now. You get to see like aspects of people's lives that you wouldn't normally see, and I think particularly like when those stories were at its prime, at its peak.
its
I don't
peak,
know,
yeah.
but yeah, I think that's just because like they didn't have as much going on back then. They just like
Yeah.
needed something that was interesting,
In their
and
lives.
it
Yeah.
captures people's attention, and it gives people something to talk about. You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
And like the thing with like cryptids and like urban legends right now, the main one like trending right now, it's like skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like more
skinwalkers.
people believe that now rather than like, oh yeah, like Bigfoot, Yetis and stuff. Like
Mm.
they just make it seem like, oh yeah, these skinwalkers can like transform into anything, go into your house, and just like haunt you.
Yeah, I guess it's like something that goes along with time, with different
of
periods
course,
of time.
yeah.
For sure.
With
Yeah.
what you said earlier as well, DJ. You talked about how your grandma used to tell you about stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember my grandparents used to tell me stuff as like it'll be like they would make it up. They'd be like, oh, because when I used to live like back in Wagga Wagga, there'd be like this really big hill, and it was like a more of like a mountain. And she used to say, if you don't go back to sleep, like I can't remember what she used to call it, but she'd say, oh, like this monster would come down and get you, and like she made it like she's like she told me and my brother for like a few years, and it's just like kind of stuck with us, and it like kind of became like a family tradition, and it's just like things like that is I feel like what spreads, and like that's what I feel like a lot of things are like it's just like in a tight knit community, and it just spreads out, becomes popular, and like
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Isn't that kind of interesting though? Like the power of words and
Exactly.
storytelling is kind of
Mm.
It
crazy.
can influence so much.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. Well, good chat, guys. I think we covered some pretty cool topics.
Of course, yeah.
Well, that sounded so insincere. No, Josephine. Actually,
No.
we hate you. Whatever. We don't
No,
even
no.
want to be on this podcast anyway.
Oh,
No, it was
a lot of
really, it was
fun,
really
and
good.
then-
Yeah, we enjoyed having this talk with you, and yeah, I'm sure Riv loved telling his stories.
Maybe we was a bit more informed on
No, it's
Mine.
okay. We're just here for yaps.
yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you
Lots
guys
of fun.
enjoyed it.
But yeah, of course, yeah, we definitely did. It was good.
Thank
Okay, that's enough talking from the both of you because now it doesn't sound sincere
No,
anymore.
no,
Okay.
Actually, really fun. I did genuinely enjoy
That's
this.
good.
It was
I'm
really
glad.
fun.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. Be sure to check out the next one as well. And of course, our DMs are always open. So if you have any questions or if you also have your own thoughts and ideas about conspiracy theories or any supernatural things that have happened to you, let us know. Until then,
Bye, guys.
See you guys.